Okay, let's see. This is the soured cream that I made yesterday. It was supposed to sit out at room temperature for 24 hours. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's a little bit too thin. They have a thicker one. I mean, it's like this. So just a little bit thinner than I would have liked. I don't know if it'll get thicker with refrigerating. They did show a much thicker one if you add yogurt instead of milk. But the one that they made the way I did was decidedly thicker than this. So I probably did something wrong. I will try it again. I fully expected the first time I did these to be a fail, but I will try them again, and I'll put this in the fridge and see how it changes. This was done with lemon juice. And it does taste very much like sour cream. So, at least, reaching back here for kitchen paper, at least there's that. It was only supposed to stay out for 24 hours. It has been out for that. So I will go ahead and put it in the fridge now and see what that does. Now, as for the cream cheese, yesterday with the salt that I was adding, it did begin to taste a little less vinegary, but I'm going to make more, and this time I'm going to use lemon juice. So what we're supposed to do is put in the litre of milk. It didn't really take very long yesterday to get it to a boil. So let's just see how this works. On medium high, and then just stir it quite slowly until it begins to boil. I don't know, maybe that would take up a little too much time, I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. It did make quite a good sized lump of cream cheese. But I think to make a cheesecake, I would probably need 2 of those, because it looks about the size of one of the family pack. I usually get the family pack. It's quite large. Let me see what size it is. $280 grams each box. I get 2 boxes. So that looks like the same amount. It's probably 250 grams actually. 250 grams. I don't know why I said grams. Sometimes like graham crackers. Don't know. But anyway, it's probably roughly 250 grams it looks like. So back to stirring. I just think it would be nice if I could make all of the ingredients. I have a recipe to make the graham crackers for the graham. Yeah, now I do it. I have recipes for making the graham crackers crust for the crust, and so if I could also make the cream cheese and sour cream for the cake itself, as well as the whipped cream, just hand make all of it, I would really like that. I just think it's more special that way. When I did it off camera last night, it just seemed like it only took a few minutes. But I don't know. I'm hoping that using lemon juice this time will make the taste a bit milder and that it won't matter. I don't know why the size of the curds would matter if you're just going to mash them up into a big ball anyway. Yeah, I expect that's going to get a bit boring for everyone, so I will go ahead and pause it and come back when I'm in the next step. Now, it is boiling, so we keep stirring at the same time that I've lowered the heat from medium-high to actually medium-low. Still stirring so that it doesn't get scorched, obviously. Now I am going to put 3 tablespoons of lemon juice instead of vinegar. And it says to do it one at a time and keep stirring. So let's do that one. So far, no sticking, no scorching. And that one. It's beginning to curdle and thicken. Says 2 or 3, but I'm going to go ahead and put 3. Okay, so there's the third one. And keep stirring. And once it starts curdling, it goes very quickly. And it is currently separating into good chunks. So I don't think, given what the end result is to be, I don't think that the white vinegar will make that big of a difference. What I'm going to be looking for is the taste. If I can make these ingredients myself, then of course you don't have all of those little added things, chemicals with synonyms and all of these things that don't look very much like food items added to what we're eating. I would just rather make it myself if I can. I think there's something so organic about the feeling of having made it yourself as well. Okay, I think that's about as cooked as it's going to get. So I turn that off. And is it supposed to cool for 15 minutes before I drain it? Remove from the heat. Yeah, now I'm supposed to put that over a bowl through a sieve. And I've got the muslin, so let's go get the bowl. And the sieve. And then put the muslin cloth there. And pour that out into that. Looks a bit like cottage cheese. And then take it up like I did yesterday and just kind of give it a good squeeze a little bit. Okay, so now I'm supposed to let that cool for about 15 minutes. It's too hot to really squeeze at the moment. So I'll let that cool for 15 minutes and then I'll come back. Right, it's been cooling and I've got as much of the liquid out as I think I can do. So I can put this bowl aside to wash later. And now we put this in the food processor to give it a good go round until it's smooth and creamy. Okay, so let's turn this until I get that. Now I have whipped it until it comes out creamy. At first it goes all crumbly, almost like, I don't know, crust crumbs. And then it turns into a solid ball, and then it goes creamy. So I'm going to put it in with the one that I made yesterday. And we'll see, this one does look, I like the thickness and creaminess better with this one than with yesterday. And the difference was using lemon juice instead of white vinegar. And I'm going to be making a video of making mayonnaise, which also calls for white vinegar and, oddly enough, a little Dijon. two mixed together quite well. And it has the thickness and consistency now of cream cheese. So now, what does it taste like? The lemon juice cancelled out the white vinegar flavour in the other one quite nicely, and it actually tastes like cream cheese but less sweet. So probably they add sugars and things like they do to everything these days, but this tastes like a nice true cream cheese. It actually tastes a bit like the cottage cheese that my mum always made, that I was talking about yesterday. So I think I've got it. So we'll wait and see what happens with the sour cream, if I need to do that a little bit differently. I can't think of what I might have done wrong. But because I followed the recipe exactly, except that the only thing I can think of is I stirred it a bit quickly with the fork. I didn't like whip it, but I did stir it very quickly. And the person doing the video just gently stirred it with a tiny spatula. So maybe I did something with the fast stirring. We'll see what it looks like when it gets cold and take it from there. But I'm quite satisfied with the way the cream cheese worked. And this is almost as much as I would use for a cheesecake. So I think I would use 3 litres of whole milk to make enough to make a cheesecake, and then get the sour cream sorted. But yeah, this is good, because if I can make the crust, the filling, the whipped cream, and everything by hand, wouldn't that be wonderful? I mean, there's something so satisfying about doing it from scratch, isn't there? So, brilliant. Let me know what you think.